Howdy there, YouTube world. It's Uno. I'm still Uno. I know it's been a while since I've made a post.
Yeah.
You know, but I had to. You can see that smile. See how huge that smile is, man. I got Shirley goddamn Heavens. Shirley Heavens. If you don't know the name today, the day you watch this video, remember me mentioning that name, Shirley Heavens, and she's here with me. Shirley, what's up?
You know.
Hey, man.
No, it's good. We're chilling, man. It's all good. It's all good.
You know, man, maybe whoever might be watching this might not understand the excitement, you know, that I have to be talking to you today. That's because I've heard your music. You probably haven't.
Not yet.
But by the end of this video, you should. And I think one thing I'm gonna do, I'm putting it on record, is I'm gonna put a link to your videos, like after this when I post it. You know what I'm saying? So that I mean, okay, let's talk about it. I don't wanna like, because you know what's also crazy? It's like as much as I can tell what I know of your story, to be honest with you, I just met you now. And I kind of actually don't know anything about you. I know that you're an entrepreneur. I know that you're an artist. You know, I know that you're a mom. I know that you're in Secunda.
Yes.
But I don't know anything else. So maybe you could introduce yourself to my subscribers and my realm and tell them a bit more about who you are and what you do.
Yeah, man. Now I just want to say thank you so much, for having me.
Hey, you're welcome.
It's a really big deal to be here, and I want to acknowledge, the hospitality and the love and respect, that I often feel like I'm not worth to receive.
Wow.
That I've received from this young man right here next to me. So before I start, I just want to say thank you for that, and I just want to say shout out to the culture.
Hey.
And we see the love, we see the work that is being put in. So anyway, let me just jump straight into it.
Yeah,
so
tell us.
Shirley Heavens, guys. Shirley Heavens. Okay, by the way, Shirley Heavens, I just want to put it out there. I'm very shy.
Okay.
I'm very shy. Like, I'm a very shy individual. I just warm up well to people who I reciprocate, basically.
Okay.
I learn. I reciprocate.
So you're a mirror for energy.
Yes,
there's good energy.
Copycat, my nigga. I'm gonna give you what you gave me.
Okay.
So I'm just a loving soul, man. I've gone through so much in my life. I'm a musician. I write music and I write poetry. I love working, so I love using my hands. I'm a creative. I'm an entrepreneur. I work with my hands. I'm a makeup artist. I'm a masseuse. I do a lot. Like I do a lot of things, but that's music is what I do.
That's good.
The most.
Okay, that's what your passion.
That's my passion.
Okay, so what I've been doing over the past few months, although the series is over, but it is great to sit down and talk to artists, especially because I feel like to be an artist, you're putting your life on the line. Because a lot of people will say, things to you like, oh, she's busy trying to be a singer, when she should be dealing with more practical things like maybe a career, a degree, or whatever else practical people might perceive to be. So my question to you is like, maybe today, up to today, do you feel like the risk that you've taken by pursuing music in your life has been a rewarding risk?
I wanna compare it to something that is more practical, to someone who does something that is more practical, because sometimes music is actually conceived as just like a hobby. People don't really consider that until you're Beyonce.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna be Beyonce. Not all of us are gonna be Beyonce.
Yeah.
That's the real truth.
Yeah.
So up until this point, like I've sacrificed a lot. Like I feel like I would have been further, like in my financially, I look at my life and I'm like I could be further. But the risks that I've taken, man, I'm glad that I took them at this young age. You know, to make sure that as a woman who's in music in her 30s, I'll be able to, you know, sustain myself as an entrepreneur and as I'm a social entrepreneur.
Yeah.
That's why music is forming part of my business now, because it's what I do and it's what I put work into.
Yeah.
So there should be something that comes out of that. Yeah. So yeah, it's been worth it, man. Hey, like the sleepless nights, like I've been traveling, you know, leaving my daughter behind, you know, losing money, you know, sometimes, you know, promoters don't pay on time. That time you've made, you know, loans to make sure that you can secure this and that and gas and the band and so I mean, it's been worth it for me. It's been worth it for me. And I spend my money on something that I really loved.
That fulfills you.
Fulfilled me.
So what would you say in the time that you've been pursuing your art? What has been the highlight? Like,
shout out to you. Okay, ask again.
What has been the highlight of your musical career?
So it's funny, you know, moments like these, you know, between people that don't really know each other. This is something that I would call a highlight in my life.
It's an honor.
You know, I just want to put it as simply as possible, because sometimes as artists we tend to look for like the big stuff, like the big stuff that really show that we are the number one on the charts. For me, it's just people texting me from places that I don't know and telling me about my music. You know, telling me that they jamming to that. I'm like, damn, I was really writing myself a diary here. But if you relate, or if there's something that you can take out from this, I mean, you know, I'm sorry, because I know you went through a very hard time, and I pray you heal.
And you know, like you're right, man. That is a highlight for me as well. You know, like this is my album cover.
You know, dope, by the way.
Thank you. I put out my album at the end of February. It was my birthday, and I never wanted like 100,000 plays. You know, but people text me, and I think there's a very dope thing about sharing your music with people you know, and they have access to you, and they can just tell you, hey man, look, that stuff is dope. You know, like I mean, I have friends that I've had my entire life, 13, 15 years, and they listen to my music. Man, I love listening to you because I'm getting to know you. I'm like, man, you know me for 15 years, you're still getting to know me. So there's beauty in that, and I like that you see those kind of things as a highlight, because somebody else would say something like performing for a 10,000 rand gig, but is that really what it's about? You know what I'm saying?
I'm never gonna forget the small moments, you know, where I had to drive my whole band down to Groblersdal in a utility buggy, you know, solo, bruv, you know, and carrying like drum kits and like amplifiers and, you know, cables to make sure that we get set up for this thing, and you know, not being able to sleep throughout the whole night. Just the struggles of being an up and coming artist. I'm not saying that, you know, it would be great to have it easy, but I'm yet to see an artist that really does have it easy. I think there are struggles as artists holistically. There are struggles as artists holistically. So that's my point to the back.
No man, like shout out to you, man, for pushing through the struggles and even taking pride in those struggles. You know, it's a certain type of attitude and character who can see. You know, it's crazy. My second name is Blessing.
Wow.
The first song I ever did in my life is called Blessing in the Struggle.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to tell you right now is like, it's great that you see a blessing in the struggle. You know what I'm saying? And I also think it's important to understand the difference between a struggling artist and a successful artist. And I mean, you got two albums on. She's got two albums on Apple Music, Spotify,
everywhere.
All platforms. I will put them in the description. Yeah, I will put them in the description.
Shut up, man.
And you know, you might be struggling to get maybe some other kind of economic reward for your effort, but the great thing is that you're not struggling to create. To me, that's what makes a struggling artist. Not an artist struggling to break into the market. That's not a struggling artist. A struggling artist is an artist struggling to make art.
Yeah.
You know.
I also think that if the persistence, is the trial in persisting to try and connect with other people and try to find synergy, because sometimes you only have that one shot, like what we did today. We only had that this morning. We were up already so early and we had to make this. It had to be done. It had to be done. And having it already having its own heartbeat is wild. Art is a contribution. You wake up and you say, I'm gonna take the pain and I'm gonna pour it into this thing, and it's gonna live.
So, I mean, you mentioned the project that we just started and completed out of nowhere.
Blessing everybody.
You also a blessing. It might not be your name, but you're
Yeah. Shout out to you.
Let's talk about that process, the process of creating that song. We've never worked together ever before. I heard your music for the first time yesterday. And before we unpack that experience, I just wanted to say, one thing that also blows me away is when I think about your music, I don't know what genre it is. Yeah, you got a soulful voice. We can tell that this has got soul and heart. But the beats. Shout out to
Mozzie Beats.
Yeah, massive recordings. Shout out all the way in Secunda, man. You guys are doing great work out there.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you guys. Those beats, to me, I hear electronic music, and I feel we shouldn't be trying really to be getting keys here, man. Not in SA.
Guys, this guy has been telling me the whole day, it's been. And it's beautiful. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
That's why we meet people, so that our imagination can stretch.
Exactly.
And we're not placed in that comfortable, sharp corner all the time. When we roll around in the room, we know that there's a sharp corner.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's important to make those discoveries that really set things apart. So,
and I think for me, as someone who makes beats, I don't know if I can say I'm a producer, but I am, Flip. I'm a producer, I'm an executive producer, I'm a label exec.
You just produced the track, you just produced the whole track now.
Yes, yeah, that's true. I feel like I've never made a song like that.
Yeah.
I don't even know what.
I actually, before we go, I know this interview is an interview for me, but I actually want to ask you a question. How did you feel about the process of making that song?
That's a very good question. I'm glad you asked.
I'm curious.
So I have this thing that I genuinely believe that I'm good at working with people, right? So I always approach everything with an open heart and an open mind. So what I enjoyed the most is that you had a sense of what you wanted to do. It's we're both going into the dark, but in the dark there's a path, and we found the path without needing the light.
By feeling.
You understand what I mean? So that's how I feel about that, because when I started, I was just playing with the piano loop, And then I saw that, okay, no, she's not responding negatively to this. Then put some drums. Okay, she liked the drums. What if I put a low pass filter there? Oh, she liked that. And I saw you respond.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so now we're going somewhere. And then you started writing words. It's like, okay, now we got something for real. And by the time we were recording it, I was sure that, you know, we found something.
It's a banger.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Yeah.
It's a banger. It's a banger.
I'm gonna put the beat to play in the background. Then I don't know if we'll be able to put it out on Apple Music and all of that yet, but the link will be
in time. What in due time? I mean, when you guys hear the background music, you guys will actually get a sense. I just feel like it was an important moment in terms of both our personalities and the time we had. And you know, we were talking about, you know, cannabis just earlier, and we were talking about you know, what we actually do, but then we found the music, which is actually a vehicle for all of the things that we really want to do, you know.
Exactly.
And if we can promote the music, it will be easy to actually find everything else.
Exactly.
So I'm sure, you know, you'll also find the links to our cannabis businesses, you know, in the description. But I honestly just want to say thank you to the culture for just being a quick and warm response to, you know, the way things are. You know, Uno, I just want to say thank you, man. I've been saying thank you. I just want to say, yeah, I'm very happy. Very happy. There are still good human beings out there. We're not perfect, but there's still good people out there.
Hey man, you're absolutely welcome. It's been great to have you. Thank you so much for sharing a bit of your story. You know, another thing I want to say, which I have to say, is that when you watch Shirley Heavens videos on YouTube after watching this video, what I want you to understand is that it's not how much you have, but what you do with what you have. You know, she gave me some behind the scenes info to that, and that whole video was shot in 2 hours with the cell phone. You know, when I watch it, I'm seeing why isn't this on channel O? Why is this on MTV? This is high quality. It's high, and that's the thing. Like, some people are always waiting to have some big budget to be able to do something, but sometimes to get that big budget, you need to start with what you have. You know what I'm saying? So even you, it's like humbling to meet somebody who is so tenacious about what they're trying to achieve that they don't see obstacles, but rather opportunities to get over challenges and become stronger. You know what I'm saying? The video might be sitting at 500 views, but once people catch on, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets 50,000 in this year. You know, because you know, I want to spread the word. The whole world needs to know about Shirley Heavens.
Shout out to my nigga.
We need to shout it from the heavens.
Shirley Heavens. Guys, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much. I'm deeply humbled. I feel so loved. I feel significant, and it's very difficult to feel like that, you know, in the world of today. When, you know, the worship really goes to things that are not even heartfelt. So this is really powerful, and I hope, you know, I'll be a resident. Actually, I'll be a resident here, man. I'll be here, you know, you know. I just want to be here. I just want to be part of the growth of this. You know, I want to be part of the growth of this, and
me too. I'm glad I got a track on you. You know, one of my favorite lines.
This nigga gonna be so rich. This nigga gonna be so rich. Oh my God.
One of my favorite lines is that, you know, you actually never know who you're working with, right? Like, you never know where you'll be in 2 years. You never know where I'll be in 2 years.
Definitely.
So my attitude always is like, if I could just get one beat on a good artist, maybe I can get up off this cheap ass sofa. So I'm so prepared.
It's an opportunity.
I'm prepared to work with anyone. So Shirley, without wasting any more of your time, I know you gotta go far, all the way back to Secunda. We'll be down there, by the way. Coming there.
You will let them know. You will let them know what's up. Yeah.
Sure. I just want to say thank you, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you sharing your story
Yeah.
with me. I'll get your handles, I'll post everything, all your details, links to your album, everything, man. The whole world gonna know the name Shirley Heavens.
The whole world gonna know the
Do
culture.
you have anything? Thank you.
Yeah.
I received.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say as we wrap up our discussion?
I just want to say, kindness is so important. Kindness is the only way we're gonna make it, and if we treat each other with love and graciousness, I believe that we will receive the same thing.
Yeah.
I've been received so well here, and I just want to say thank you. That's all I want to say. And shout out to Reliance Edge Films, by the way. Those are the gents that are responsible for all the visuals that you'll be seeing, and to the people behind this message that this is actually a collaborative effort. We're working together to spread the message, because it's all about peace and love.
Yeah. With that being said, peace and love. Thank you so much for watching. It's Uno, Shirley
Shirley Heavens.
We out.